Shalom, everyone. Welcome to your daily Spiritualite prayer. My name is Sophia Spiritualite, formerly known as Hotep Sophia, also known as Dominique Rebel. And this is your morning prayer for June 27th. Yes, June 27th, 2022. We do a prayer and we do a reading. And this is just to help establish a really strong prayer schedule for any new people or old people. Like what we do in the morning is Psalms 51, and then we do a reading from our Tarot of Light deck, um, and just a quick 3 card reading. And if you need the drop on the tarot being the Torah, please see Brother Abdullah's page. And then, of course, I came across some information which said that the tarot is a way for the angels to communicate with us so that we they come to us. No. Them coming to us is hard, but us going to them is easier. So this is a way for us to go to them, not interrupt them too much, and get the messages that the Most High has for us. So first, let's begin with our prayer to the Most High. God, our power, thank you for allowing us this time to gather and see what information you would have for us to understand for today. We thank you for honoring our prayers and listening to our prayers. We thank you for allowing us to have a chance to ask for our sins to be blotted out and for our inequities to be written away from the book of records. We thank you for everything that you've done for us. And everything that you didn't do, we thank you for that as well, because we know as a supreme power, you know exactly what we need, you know exactly what we don't need, and you know exactly how strong we need to be to go to the next level. So just like the Israelites were neck up to their necks in water before the Red Sea parted, we understand that there is strength in being in the midst of adversity. Um, and we have been in the midst of a lot of adversity, so we thank you for that. And now we ask that you um, bring us into a time of prosperity, physical prosperity, so that we may have more time to think about you, meditate on you, worship you, and help our fellow children of light grow stronger in their faith to you. It's just really hard to do when you're neck deep in water. To the earthly mother, the Holy Sophia, we thank you for walking with us each step. We know that without you, we definitely would not have made it this far. You have really, really cared for us in a way that we cannot possibly understand. You've overseen the Air Kadeshi that allowed us to um, have witnesses to our fasts, to our tears, to our works, and to our um, sacrifices that we've made unto the Most High. And so we thank you for being there with us, and we thank you for allowing us to continue on in this realm so that we have an opportunity to get it right this time. We don't have to get back on the zodiac wheel and try and do this thing all over again. Thank you to all the angels who are here. Michael being the chief leader of the angels, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, of course, the archangels, Siddiqiel. We thank you for being here with us, to our guardian angels and all the council of elders, the Erkadeshi, and all the other spirits known and unknown. We thank you so much for being here with us, and we ask that you bring us information on what we need to know for today so that we can serve our Father, so that we can do the will of the Most High, so that we can make the Holy Mother look good, and so that we can just give the Most High all the praise. So with that, let's do Psalm 51. We're going to do that in English and in Latin today. Have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness. According to the multitude of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, my sin is ever before me. Against thee, thee only have I sinned, and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with free spirit. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee. Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O God, thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall show forth thy praise. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering. The sacrifices of God are a broken and contrite heart, O God, thou wilt not despise. Do good in thy good pleasure unto Zion. Build thou the walls of Jerusalem. Then thou shalt be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then shall thou offer bullocks upon thine altar. Now Latin. Victori ab erudito David, cum venicet doec idumius et adnonitiacet Saul thy sins venit David in domum Achimelech kid glorias in malitia potens misericordia de tota sd insidias cogitat legua tua quasi novacula acuta facens dolum del malum magis quam bonum mendacium magis quam loqui istitiam semper dilexisti omnia verba ad devoradum lingua dolosa, sed Deus destrut ti in sempiternum teribit et elvelet te de tabernaculo et eradicabit te de terra viventium semper videbunt iusti et timibunt et super ridibunt esse ver kinon possit deum fortitudinem suam, sed separavit et multitudine divitarum suarum confortatus est in insidiis suis ego sicut Olivia virens in domo de speravi in misericordia de in saeculum Speternum confitibor tibi in seculo cuniam feciti et expectabo nomen tuum quoniam bonum in conspectu sanctorum torum. The God of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, in the name of Jesus the Christ, Selah. All right, you guys. Woof. I have never read that whole thing in Latin, so that's definitely something we need. I've done like some of the verses to consecrate things, but that whole thing, woo, we're gonna have to do that some more so that we can get an understanding. Of course, we've got our Tarot of Light deck. So let me. That's not the one I want. There we go. We've got our Tarot of Light deck. And that can be found on the website, fruitsandspirit.com. And like I said, I'm a Cocavite. So, oh, wait. Some of the cards are upside down. How did that happen? Well, we're not going to do any upside. We don't do any reverse cards. It's too much getting started to do reverse cards. I have no idea how that happened. That's so weird. So, we're just going to ask the angels to come and let us know some things that we need to be aware of for the day. We want to have great understanding for this beautiful Monday that the Mother is going to just make amazing for us. And we want the angels to just give us some things to look out for, some things to be aware of, some things to think about, so that we can move through our day with peace and blessings and joy. Yeah, that's good. So, no cards fell out today. So, no huge, big thing that we got to be watching for. So, let's just see what's going on. Let me pull my book. And I am writing this down so that we can keep track of what happens and how things happen. Our first card is the Ace of Hearts, which I figured my camera situation out so you'll actually be able to see it, which is love. Our second card is the King of Angels, Michael. Showed up for us today. That's cool. And our last card is the Queen of Angels. And I'm going to find out who that is. I know the name. We do know the name. I know the name. I just got to pull it out of a book. 6:27:22 a.m. All right, we've got the Ace of Hearts. We've got the King of Angels. And we've got the Queen of Angels. So we're back in our two from the same deck pull again. So let's go to this one. I'll put these cards for you guys to see. And I'm going to find that book that has the name of the Queen of Angels. Okay. There we go. All right, so this has been bugging me for a while. I think I talked about it yesterday. I could not find the name. I could not think of the name. It is just been bothering me. And I have this book, The Gospel of Sophia. You guys can see that. This book you can get online. for free if you go to the PDF is available online for free if you go to ourspirit.net, I think. But if you look up Tyler Gabriel, I love Tyler. She's amazing, um, completely amazing person. So let me see if I can find this. Let's see. We got the Holy Sophia. Um, Let me see. I'm sorry, you guys. This has been driving me crazy though. Um, I think it's the Holy Sophia. Wait a minute. What's the first one? Um, let's see. In this book, you will find that this whole mother situation is way more complicated than you think because okay, so we have the mother, which is known as Sophia. She doesn't have a specific name here, but Sophia, the great goddess. Then we have the daughter, which is um, Sophia, the daughter. Let's see. Um, we have Sophia, the mother, Sophia, the daughter, and then Sophia, the Holy Sophia, the Trino Sophia. Well, the Trino Sophia is all of them together. Y'all, this has been driving me crazy. I thought they had different names. Okay, so we have the goddess of love. Wait a minute. See, okay, so we have Sophia as the goddess of love. We have Sophia as the daughter, which incarnated as Mary, and then we have Sophia as the mother, which is the Queen of Heaven. This book is really, like I said, if you want to know how the earthly mother really operates, this is actually the first in a series of 3 books. All of them are like way over my head. That is to say, it's it's a very complicated matter. So, um, anyway, let's get to the cards because I forgot that's what we were actually here for. I got involved in this stuff and we're 20 minutes in already. So let's start with the Ace of Hearts. And of course, this deck, the Tarot of Light, it does correlate with the Rider Waite. The deck we use for the evening does not, which is why we can't really it's complicated. So the Ace of Hearts, that's the love card. This is a very love heavy I can already tell. It's a very, very love heavy reading. Let's take a look. Oh, shoot. That's because I switched cameras. You guys, my bad. Let me fix it so you can see the actual cards. There we go. All right. So, um, the Ace of Hearts. That is a love card. A stream of love is flowing towards you. Open your heart and receive and create your life through love. So this is interesting because this this reading is for the nation. So I did my reading. I'm so behind. I did my night reading before I do y'all's the reading for the nation, and I noticed that the reading for the nation is very specific. And so for people who are like, oh, you can't get your own self out of your reading, that is not true. This reading is very, very specific for the nation, and the reason why I say that is because the Ace of Hearts is in the past position. We also we had a live stream tonight with Brother Levi, and he was talking about how basically we got a lot of love out there, because if Brother Levi has over 1 million like actual subscribers that we seen, we know that it's way more than that, but that means that we know that there's a lot of love for us and our people out there. And if we are able to tap into that, that's really, really good, because we'll be able to, really feel the love that a lot of us haven't felt from the world before, and the love that we actually deserve. So, and the fact that that's in the past position, and it's the ace card, which is zero number card, that's really, or one actually, depending on how you look at it, that's really, really good for us. So we definitely are excited to see that. The Ace of Hearts opens your heart to unconditional love. This card indicates a great shift in your emotional life. Your passionate night and daydreams are an indicator that something new is coming. The details have not formed yet, and you feel a strong desire to weave this essence of love into your life. Um, so this in the Rider Waite, this correlates with the Ace of Cups card. So yeah, that's really, really good. The Ace of Hearts is that's a good card for us right now. So let's look at Michael is in the mist. This is the first time we've seen Michael, so I'm really like interested in this. Let's see, we had the King of Angels, and it's funny because I said in the prayer, Michael, the King of Angels, and then he showed up in the cards. That's amazing. The King of Angels. And this is in the current position, peaceful warrior. Sometimes the path to truth must break through chaos and illusion before it exposes your eternal heart. You are your truth and you are love. The King of Angels instills with you the courage to believe in your decisions. Something is not working well as you would like. You have asked for change and it is coming. Well, a lot of us know that it's here, but we hasn't manifested for everybody yet. So because it's in the present position, we know that the change is here. You may have to prompt things along, and the change may not arrive as you expect. A person entering your life is a representation of universal love. They are not here to rescue, interfere, or control you. They do offer wise counsel and loving energy as a way to cut through, transform, and heal a situation. This will most likely be an actual person. However, it could also manifest as your higher self or a situation that inspires change. And in the Rider Waite, it correlates with the King of Swords, experience, an authoritative figure, analytical thinking, and justice. So that's interesting that it appears in the present position, because if Michael is in the midst, that means a huge change is coming. And we know that Michael is in the midst. We see him all the time. So the fact that he's here, he came to our reading, he came to actually physically show his face to us in these cards, that's really, really great for us and for what is going to happen for us. It's really, really bad for them, the people who the light did call and they ignored, or the light did not call them. Really, really bad for them, for Michael to be in the midst. But Michael is here, so it is what it is. And another thing about this card is that remember the change may not come the way that you expect. And so I think that one thing as a nation we should also be asking for is that the change come in a way that we can understand. Not just like, okay, the change comes and we don't understand what's going on and we don't really feel resolution from it, but we want to have a nice, clean, resolution of things. We don't want to be out here struggling and suffering and everything is all crazy and we can't understand what's happening. So, um, we want a nice, clean resolution, which I think that we can get. So that's good. And then the last card, let's see. I'm going to put it so you can see the cards. Here we go. The last card is the Queen of Angels, which is the third part of the Earthly Mother Trinity, which is actually 12 parts, like I just read out of the book. Um, and the Queen of Angels is visionary. Play with the power of your imagination and positive thought. Create a vision for your life and project it through every cell in your body. Um, the Queen of Angels presages a powerful encounter with your imagination. And this is in the future card, the future position. A person's situation or idea is about to show up and impart not their knowledge. This is a well timed arrival, so take notice. Address a situation with clear, positive thinking. New information will not fit the fantasy you have in your head. Go with it and allow this material to clarify what is right for you. And this is exactly what Levi was talking about in the live stream. Like the information, it's not going to fit into your old homeboy Jesus way of thinking. You're going to have to really be renewed by the transforming of your mind. There's no other way around it. You're going to have to take in the new information. Um, your imagination and thoughts will feel expansive, exciting, maybe even scary, but absolutely true and authentic in your heart and mind. And in Rider Waite, this corresponds with the Queen of Swords. Quit with perception, lowliness, and misfortune, which we don't talk about any of those, but definitely um, imagination. I think it's indicative of our collective imagination manifesting because it's in the third position. um it's in the future, which could be basically throughout the day. Of course, we ask for cards to think about during the day, but the fact that the father is represented with Michael, and then we have the mother represented with the Queen of Angels, that's really really good because in my assessment, in my understanding, the more we're able to utilize the administration of the spirit, the better. And what do I mean by that? Meaning the wicked, evil, corrupt government literally based their organization off the administration of the spirit, how the offices, the various offices of the spirit operate. And what they teach you in traditional churches is that you just go to the Father, and then all you need is homeboy Jesus, and then everything is going to be fine. But that's not, like I just read out of you from this book. That's not even how the earthly mother works. It's not even something you can really like comprehend like really really fast. It takes a lot of seeking just to comprehend the mother. So there's no way that you're just going to wake up and have a full and complete understanding of the earthly mother. And now I understand why Adir Bey was really really heavy on like make sure you know the mother. The mother is very important. And we can't, a lot of people, they don't even know that there's a Trino Sophia. Like there's a three-part earthly mother. I mean, mother. There's a mother, there's a daughter, and then there's the goddess of love, which is the queen of the angels. You wouldn't even know all of that. Like no one has ever told you that. Like I started with anthroposophy, so I was already aware that the mother is far more complicated than they don't even talk about the mother in church. So the queen of heaven or nobody else. So I already knew that it was very very complicated. And the fact that people have not done a little bit of due diligence on the mother. You know, it's going to be really, really difficult to see her operate if you don't understand that she is very, very more complex than just. Ugh. Anyway, long story short, I think this is indicative that we're going to see more of the mother showing up. We're going to see her showing up in her various forms. And now that we know the various forms, we can understand her when she shows up. I think that's really, really great for us. It's kind of like an evolution. And so you can see like the evolution from in the cards, you have just one heart by itself, then it evolves into Michael, then it evolves into the Queen. This is a really, really good sign for us as a nation. We definitely need to do some more research and have a greater understanding of how the mother works so that we can utilize her in all her many iterations. But like I said, I am grateful that she's here and she's been working with us because this is a really good sign for us. So I hope that everybody sees how great this is for our advancement and, you know, uh, and for it is for us moving forward. So with that, we're a little bit over. So of course, we want to thank the Most High for showing up and showing out as usual, giving us a great understanding of the things that are and the things that are to come. We thank the earthly mother for showing up and not only coming, but coming with the representative so that we can begin to understand her holy wisdom in a way that we have not understood before. We thank all of the angels for showing up, Michael, the queen of the angels, and everyone else, the goddess of love, for showing up and really giving us a good reading for the nation so that we can have a greater understanding of how to successfully navigate through um, what is coming, what is current, and what is will to come. I'm sorry. I heard some noise outside my house. So everyone go in peace, be in peace, and we'll see you for our video tonight with our nightly blessing. Shalom, everyone.